like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. Slam. General West. Fresno.
Check safety.
Pilot, 64, weak.
26 Mike.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Shoot!
They go.
On first down, it's Woods. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
60 Pittsburgh.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter.
All day. 26 Mike. Night, sweetheart.
Now.
Motion. Hey, check motion. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
You draw Corker.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
26 Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Hey.
26 Mike. Rip right.
Shoot.
From the gun, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Check one. Check 25. Check 25. All right.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 28 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Three buzz.
Now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Go now. 60 outlaw.
Check the hot lead.
61 matchbox lights. Look at me. Zipper. Bravo.
You ain't going nowhere. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Check 20.
Hey, Sam off. Clear. 5.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Topper, get it.
They'll run on first down. It's Woods. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And Lobo.
He was brought down by
You got bombers. You got bombers.
10 yards on the pickup.
Hey, Wahoo.
It's 2nd and inches.
Go.
At the 38-yard line.
Check 37. Check 37.
Gone. Back. Be grip.
On 2nd and very short. Allen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Greystone travel. Hey, seam 6.
Mike, 26, Mike.
Go.
26, Mike. 26, Mike.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Switches. You're out. Look at me. Go. Hit.
Throwing is Allen on third. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and this is taken in. It's complete. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
The kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
– 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Deuce. Number 50. Hey, you block over here. Kill. He got right now. You got 58. Check 52. He's coming. Mike. You got double.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Check 31. SOS. Hey, black. Check 3. Inside. Slam.
Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, switch gears. Kill. Back one. Hey, turn it up. Check the backer. Big Dan, we are going. Come.
Get wall.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Watch the safety creep.
Yeah, 80 weapon.
Bang, 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 bang.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Cmac.
On third down, here's Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
Watch the
26.
check. No. Off. Switch.
Kelly. Front left, Kelly.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
The 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 48 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And the pressure gets to him again. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Hey, high 7.
26 mark. Hey, D-line, let's get in there now.
Rock it. They go.
On third and long, it's Allen. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Over here.
Check 3. Check hot route.
Right left.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
All right.
6 guys.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. A PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down. 15, Ronnie. 15 line. Pilot, 64, weak.
On first down, it's Woods. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, it's Woods. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Single receiver.
You draw Porter.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Hey. Hey, foxtrot. Hard.
Alert flare. Check. Watch twins.
Hey, exit. Snap.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Woods. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
61, matchbox lights.
8 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down now, it's Woods. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Hey, check 24.
Look, squeeze.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. No room to be had there on the first down run, as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 2.
On play action, Allen. He finds Taylor, complete.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
No. Hey, Delta.
Max 22. Record. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. You're not ready. Check safety. Shift.
80 weapon.
Mike 22. Hey, watch the slant.
Hit it.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 24-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Allen now looks to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
60 out long. 6-6. Pull it high.
Check three.
Fair. Ready.
On second down, it's Woods. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
26 Mike. Hey, defense, let's go.
To the shotgun snap to Allen. Being chased out left. They'll try and run it. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
General West.
26 Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. 26 Mike. 26. Let's go.
From midfield, here's Allen. Going up top. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Right now, you got 58.
He's crashing. Get Mike.
Switch screen again.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1.
64.
Second and 8 at the 35-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side. coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
You got tank. You got tank. You got tank right there. Shit. Hey, leg.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Duke Riley. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go. 26 Mike. Watch QB drop.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Zadarius Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Hey, Echo.
26 Mike. Get your swerve on.
49, check 49.
Kill.
5.
They do go for it. Here's Allen. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 8, read.
Tie that left. 4 down.
Get it.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
61.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, dude.
42. Mike 42, check.
Go.
42. I'm coming.
Speed grip.
To throw, it's Allen. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
2-jet bomber. 2-jet bomber.
42 to Mike, boys. 42.
Going for it on 4th down. Allen. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Watch out.
Back north.
Check 31.
Again, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Quick
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
57. Mike, 57.
Hey, Alpha.
Defense Marcus. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Blue down.
Under 10. 10.
Check 3. Slam.
We are going.
Shift.
Snap comes at 1. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 2nd down now, it's Woods. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
46-yard line. That's a gain of 5.
80 weapon.
3rd and 1.
Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this 3rd quarter. Back now at Ford Field, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Yep.
It's mine.
Hey, Charlie.
26 Mike. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. 26 Mike. 26 Mike.
Now.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Going for the deep ball. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Throwing is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Bravo.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Jim.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Woods. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, quick.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 2nd down, it's Woods. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hey, wahoo!
26 Mike.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Allen off the play fake. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
3 down.
Hey.
26 Mike. I got you, son. 26 Mike. Watch the curl.
Ready?
Allen going to go on 4th down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Yes.
Silver. Check. 42's the mark.
Hey, high 7.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Mike 42. Exit.
Hey, Foxtrot.
It's our field.
Yeah.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
57. Mike 57.
Hey, 88.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers dancing to his left. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Rush in. Check. Lucky.
Right.
Alert flare.
Right.
Check. Watch twist.
Hey, take 26.
Rodgers looking to throw. Making the catch is Sternberger. A gain of 6 there on 1st. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Alert.
Over here.
At the 26-yard line.
Sponge. No. Hey, check 24.
Now it's Rodgers. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Equinemius St. Brown, and it's 3rd and 4.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Kill. Slam. Check.
All right.
Fresno.
Check safety.
Liz. Shot. Jump out. Hey, exit.
Now Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play. Here's Rodgers to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Green Bay, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.